what made me go up there was I seen a person from Brazil. He flew from Brazil to LA to hit the towers. And I actually felt offended about that. Because I'm from the city, you know? So it's like, how the fuck a motherfucker from out there is coming all the way over here to hit the towers? And I haven't. So I jumped on it. And I went up there. This is the 32nd floor out of the big building, which is, I believe it's 55 floors. And like I said, it was a motherfucking amusement park. People were just up and down the stairs running to get a window, because the last thing you need to do is to go over someone, you know, and that's how beef starts. That's how tensions start, and that's how you don't get respect. You know, you gotta find your windows. And luckily for me, I was able to find a window. So I was up there, easy peasy, got out. I did it in the rain. And like I said, I met a bunch of other riders there. And it was worth it. I honestly say it was really, really worth it. I was able to network with a lot of other people. That's how I ended up networking with Tony, because I was actually reaching out for someone with a drone. And he reached out to me and asked me, like, I have a drone. I'll go with you. And that's how we met up and we networked. And ever since then, he's been one of my best buddies. But, yeah, there's a lot of consequences to this stuff. As you guys know, like, there is a lot of consequences to this stuff. I've been in jail 3 times already for graffiti. I've been arrested in Oakland for graffiti. And I had to go out there and fight my case for 2 years. And I got it dismissed with the right connections.
What did they charge you with?
With vandalism.
Vandalism.
Federal.
Wow.
Yeah, because
the was a felony charge?
Yeah, it was a felony charge because
felony charges.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because it's now a felony in California.
Because they made, I think it was Proposition 12, if you do graffiti on something worth more than $400, they can charge you with the felony,
yes,
right?
Correct,
Yeah, okay.
correct. So that's what was the issue in Oakland. I don't know if you guys been to Oakland, but it's a shithole out there. Honestly, it's worse than LA is. But yeah, I got busted out there, hit the county in Oakland, bailed out, and I had to fight that case for 2 years, unfortunately. But I did get it dismissed. But that's just part of the certain consequences that come with the game, as well as people in the streets. You know, like, you don't just gotta look out for the cops. You gotta look out for gangbangers that don't like this shit. There's a lot of those, and there's a lot of cases of graffiti writers that get killed while doing graffiti because of just the area that they're in and who they involve themselves with. So I feel like there's just a time and place for everything. You know, you can't just jump into the scene and think you're gonna be good, because it's not always sunshine and palm trees. You know, it gets real grimy. But it's part of the game. You know, this is the life I did sign up for. You know, when I got arrested, I didn't cry. I didn't fucking call nobody. I stood 10 toes down because this is what I signed up for. And you know, I feel like there's a lot of writers out there that have the same passion as me, but there's also a bunch of writers that haven't lived through those consequences to know what it's really like to continue to do this, you know, because like I said, I've been arrested 3 times, different counties of the state, and I'm still doing it. I'm not a bum, you know, I'm not a fucking tweaker, smoker, nothing. I got a decent ass job, but this is the shit that I love, you know. I love this shit. I got a passion for it. I done shed blood, sweat, and tears for this shit. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that, like, it's just the passion that comes with it. It's just really, really, it runs really, really deep for some of us. You know, it's really, really deep. But, like I said, I used to think, when I was younger, I used to feel like I was a curse doing graffiti. Because I fell out with family. I didn't fell out with friends, relationships, because of what I was doing on my spare time. But I feel like as I got older, I started to make money off of this. If you guys can see the signs, I sell those signs. I have people on my Instagram that message me, do my name and I'll pay you. I will do it. And that's how I get my income out of this. And I feel like a lot of people could do the same. You know, you really gotta believe in yourself, because there's that group of people that do graffiti and they don't even progress at all. just fuck. They're just toy as fuck, and they're getting older and their shit's whack. And then you got the other percentage of people that actually take this shit serious, you know. And I feel like you guys will know when someone is taking their artwork serious compared to somebody that isn't. And I feel like that's a lot of value in that, you know, when somebody is really, really putting in their effort, knowing that there's consequences to this shit, and they're still out there doing it. But like I said, I'm not a tweaker, you know, I'm not a fucking bum dog. And I feel like, yeah, you know, like it sucks that, like, there's consequences where I could lose my job or even do real hardcore time for this. But it's just part of the game, you know, like I can't complain about it.